Here are just a couple gradebook setup tips that I recommend doing at the beginning of the semester. You're going to start in your grades area of your class, and the students have a grades tab as well. Yours just looks different than theirs will, so when you see their screen, theirs will look different than yours. Within the grades area, you'll click on the wheel in the top right corner, and what it comes up to is late policies. Well, since we have a 0 late work policy in our class, then it works out well to click this button here that says automatically apply grade for missing submissions, so that as soon as a deadline passes, then Canvas will go ahead and give that assignment a 0 for the student. You can always go back and update the grade if you need to. Next up over here is View Options. If you click on View Options, instead of the default order, I would recommend putting it into due date oldest to newest. What that does is it puts all the assignments in order of when the students are completing them, so you can get a sense of any trends that you might see in terms of missing assignments or lower grades. Next, you can uncheck the unpublished assignments and you can check notes instead, and what that does is puts a nice little notes column at the front of the gradebook that only you can see and not the students. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So after you put your due dates in, it will put them in order here by due date, and you'll see that there's this notes column here. It doesn't have a ton of space, but you can type in some stuff here and click save, and it is really good for things like name pronunciations or pronouns or things that you want to remember about each student, and only you can see this. The students don't see it. The next thing you might want to do is typically the total column is at the end of the gradebook. So in order to move it from the end of the gradebook all the way down here is just to go all the way to the end of your gradebook and click on the total column and click move to front. And that moves it to the front again so that you can see students' grades and their percentages very quickly and easily to notice any trends along the way. The grades will come up in terms of percentages, and typically if a student has 0.5 or higher, then they would round up. Ivy Tech does not do pluses and minuses, so it's only A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's. And so if a student has, for example, an 89.5 or an 89.6, then that would go ahead and be a 90%, which is an A. The gradebook is explained in the syllabus, so that should give both you and the students some clarifications on that.